Ah, heck no, I'm stuck in hell. It's really hot out in here. Oof, gotta beat the heat with a special update video. So yeah, here's a fucking update video. We're gonna talk about a bunch of stuff. We're gonna talk about new Patreon stuff, new shows, merch, the future of the podcast. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the Patreon up. So basically, I'm adding 2 new tiers to the Patreon. I'm adding the $10 tier, which was there before, but it wasn't used for anything. Now it's going to be used for a new segment of the show. At the end of an episode of the Please Stop Talking podcast, there's going to be basically, at the end of the PST podcast episode, we're going to have a patron-only Q&A where patrons of the $10 tier can ask a question or ask hypotheticals, and we're just going to answer whatever those may be. This is starting in September, so not this month. Next month, we're going to start doing that Q&A section. Also, in preparation for the D&D podcast, I made the $25 rule, which is basically all the previous rewards, but you may also name an NPC for the upcoming D&D podcast, because segue into the next part of the new show. We started production on 2 new shows. I'm going to talk about the first one more in detail. The D&D podcast is happening. It started production. It doesn't mean it's coming out this month. It doesn't mean it's coming out next month. There's still a lot to do, like art, assets, music, getting stuff ready. But what I will say is that Bryn Daniel is going to be our DM. We don't know who's going to be playing. I know I'm playing. Avery will be playing. And it's going to have like a lot of atmosphere and high production value. It's going to be very similar to the style of the Christmas Storytime episode. And the second show, it's gonna be a game-related show. We already know what we want to do with it, but I don't want to go into too much detail. But there is going to be another show. And now let's go to the merch part. There will be merch. The new merch is this. This is the new merch. This is the new merch. I made this. As previously said in another update video, I want to keep the merch distributed through me and manufactured. I want to deal with all that stuff myself, because I'd rather, if there's a problem, I can actually go ahead and fix all that stuff myself. Hopefully we won't have another poster problem. And of the shirt, I want to keep the design of the shirt minimal, clean, and it's not going to be Walmart quality. I'm specifically going with a manufacturer that does higher quality stuff than like a shitty Walmart Deadpool shirt. Pre-orders are going to be up either next month or the month after that. And finally, the future of the podcast. Basically what I want to do, my goal for the future of the podcast is to hopefully not like next year have a different PST show every week. So it would go something like PST podcast, D&D, PST podcast, game show, and it would do like a rotation like that every month. And that's my goal, like, and with maybe a couple of random videos sprinkled in, like gameplay videos, cooking shows, whatever we think is funny. And yeah, right now it's impossible for me to just focus and just do like all this at once, because I have a main job, I do contract work, and I also work on the podcast, so that just does not leave a lot of time for me to work on all that stuff. And yeah, but I think it's a possible goal for this year, and I'm gonna try my hardest. And yeah, if you guys have suggestions for shows, if you want to see gameplays of specific games or whatever, like super open to suggestions. And I want to thank everyone for being insanely supportive and rad. And I think with that, oh my god, the being nice on the internet, whoa, oh my god, I think I might be able to escape hell. Oh my god. Oh my lord, I think I might be able to escape hell. Maybe the real hell was our friends we made along the way.